Well, guys, I was actually a little bit wrong about which character is the best for Ascension. From what I generally looked up, the hardest character is the Silent, as they typically, or she typically doesn't have a lot of defensive options and more relies on setting up poison and things like that to deal passive damage to enemies. She's not bad, it's just overall compared to the other characters, she could be a lot squishier and not as tanky, is what I basically read. Followed by the Defect. Very reliable, but also very strong on luck. You have to get the right cards for this to be pulled off. The best character I've seen overall is Ironclad for survivability, with its ability of burning blood to heal, not to mention its very powerful abilities that allow it to gain shield and keep that shield. Ironclad is the most reliable character to go with. But the Watcher wasn't a bad option either from what I read. They basically say she has a lot of damage and can be very powerful if you get the right cards. So she's kind of, in general, a mix of Silent and the Ironclad in terms of how good she is and how reliable she is, while being a little bit squishy. Not to mention, Pure Water is fantastic. In my opinion, I think I'm going to be sticking with the Watcher because we played a lot of this game with the other characters. I think it's time to switch it up a bit, and I don't mind a little bit of a challenge, even though this is going to be quite the challenge. So, in Ascension, there are 20 levels. I'm not going to read all of them out right now. We'll get there as we unlock them. But the first one is Elites spawn more often, which means there will be approximately 60% more elites spawned in a map. Meaning we're going to have to deal with a lot of tougher enemies, which is going to be kind of fun, but we can do this. There are 2 trophies tied to Ascension that I'm going for, both of which are going to be pretty major milestones in terms of the unlocking of Ascension, and I thought about just getting to those 2 points and just talking about the other options over time. But I don't think that's going to be fun. I think it's going to be funner if I explore this with you guys for the first time myself, and I decided, even though it's probably going to take another however many episodes, I think this could be kind of fun. So, for the sake of this, I think I'm going to be doing an abandoned run here, because I want to get the first 3 enemies have 1 HP item. I think that's going to make things a lot easier, and you do not lose your Ascension by doing this. Once it's unlocked forever. I just think this is going to give me a slight advantage at the beginning, and I'd rather have that than nothing else. So, as you can see, there are a lot of elites on this map, which could be kind of interesting. Let me check here. So, we have that guy way up there. So basically, oh, the merchants are like really close to where I am too, which kind of suck, but I think the best path is the one that I'm on. You're gonna do nothing this round. I have no way to deal damage, so I gotta have to end my turn. The benefit to Ascension runs also is you get more score based on how far you get. That's a card we unlocked recently, Mental Fortitude. I think since I'm going to be doing this quite a lot, this is going to be the best option to go for. It's going to kind of suck, but I'd rather do this than take an injury. And, hey, look at that. I got my HP back. And we did not encounter a second enemy yet, so we can do this and the boss no problem. So Mental Fortitude is a power. That means it's a permanent thing, and every time we change stances, we gain a block, which is pretty damn good. 4 block, in fact. So I definitely want to get that upgraded as quickly as possible. I'm going to go for Crescendo here, as it retains, and this, when upgraded, costs 0, so that could get us into Wrath mode faster, which is pretty nice. I don't really need a second Mental Fortitude. It would have been nice to have 22 more gold to be able to remove, to be able to get membership card, but it's not a big deal. I don't see Cultist Potion. If I see that Cultist Potion, no, I think that is available for all characters. I would go for that, hands down. But I don't really see anything I want. I'm just going to remove a card, and I'm going to get rid of a Defend. Alright, elite enemy with 1 HP. Let's do this. Oh, easy peasy. 3 strikes, you're out. And nice, I start with block. That's huge. Okay, Flurry of Blows. I don't think that's a new one, actually. I've had that before. 4 damage. Whenever you change stances, return this to the... No. Empty Body is probably the best option for general block, and I just got rid of a Defend. This is basically just going to replace it. I think I prefer this. Plus, I wonder if it will trigger change of stance. Now, I could go for the safe route and just do regular stuff, but I do want to kind of take advantage of fighting more elites. I'm not doing a challenge run at all. Although I did just get hit by that for 12 damage. I think we could do this. Nice. Okay, so I'm definitely going to do this to set up... Actually, why did I do that? It is what it is. I'm not in a different stance, so I'm just going to do nothing. I don't have to do anything. It's not going to do damage. This is when I should have used it. This is when I should have saved that. Alright, hold on. I can fix this. I'm sorry, I'm going to be using this method a lot. It's Ascension, guys. I have to do this. If not, then I'm basically screwing myself in the foot. I'm just going to set Metal Fortitude and go in for a bunch of damage, and that's all I'm going to do. I'm keeping Miracle. Then I'm going to use Miracle. I'm going to use this to enter Calm, which changes my stance. Then I'm going to do this to enter Wrath, although that does double his damage, and I only get so much block. Plus, I don't necessarily... Yeah, that's probably not the best option. So I'm just going to stay in Calm mode and do 6 damage plus this. That way I only take 1 damage. I think that was the smartest option I could have done. Excuse me. Ooh. If I do this, I get 2 energy from exiting Calm. Plus the 4 energy. I could do a lot of damage with my extra energy, and then I can exit. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Because this is going to be 18 whopping damage. So I could do... I can't do Vigilance, which kind of... okay. So, he's going to do 18 damage because I'm going to be exiting this stance no matter what. I think what I want to do is definitely do this for the 18. And then I'm going to go for Vigilance. Because either way, Vigilance is just going to be better. Or I could do this for the extra 12 damage and just hope this is enough for me to get enough block to prevent taking more damage. So I'm going to risk that. Oh, perfect. That's easy. Chump change. God, that debuff is just hurting. I'm going to use that next turn. I might have to use that this upcoming turn, yeah. I'm just not getting anything I need. Alright, that's what I'm talking about. Alright, it's vulnerable for 3 turns, so it's fine. I miscalced. Okay, that was a slow fight. Oh my god! That's a lot of block. That's 10 block on my first turn and then 18 on my third. Oh my god. I don't really want any of these. As good as this would be, there's a better version of it that I just prefer that I'm just not interested in Warship. That's just going to take too much of my energy. I'll take that. Wait, I thought that was... Oh, that's additional. Yeah, okay. That's when I actually use the thing. What do I have coming up? I have a lot of question marks and a bonfire next. I think I'm going to upgrade a card. I need to upgrade stuff, stat, and I want to upgrade... I kind of want to upgrade these two. I want to see what this does. 6 block, okay. I know these... Okay, that doesn't cost 0. This costs 0 when upgraded, but I really do want to upgrade... You don't gain more damage, you just lose 1 in your points. I'm going to get Metal Fortitude upgraded, that way it's a 6. I think that's the best bet. Man, if I had 6 more, I would definitely go with Apotheosis. That would have been beautiful. Tranquility would be probably the best option to go for here. And then I could use the rest of my money to remove a card. On the other hand, this could also be really decent. I know I said I was going to pass the other card earlier, but this one's actually better than that. Because it's... You gain block and it's a 0 cost. I'm at least getting Tranquility. I don't know about this yet. Artifact is okay. I don't really care about the treasure chest. So I don't mind missing out on that stuff. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with this, so we have another chance of getting into Tranquility mode, or Divinity. And then I'm going to upgrade... You do 3 Mantra, and that's it. Okay. This costs 0, I'm going to go for that. Tranquility. Look at that that block for turn 1. Oh my god, what did I mean by that earlier? Oh jeez. Beautiful. This is why I like this character, man. She's good. Carve Reality... I like this card a lot, purely because it gives you a free card that deals 12 damage. And on top of that, that does 6 damage. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go for it, and that might be my next upgrade, because that's just a good card. I know it's not everyone's bread and butter, but I'm not saying it's mine either, but it's just a fun card. Alright, they're both dealing damage. I'm just going to use Metal Fortitude. This enters me in Wrath. That's a lot more damage than I should be able to tank, so I'm not going to waste my time with setting up Crescendo. I retain it, which is not a big deal. Okay, this is actually where I might... Yeah, because he's going to do nothing this turn, so this could be a one-shot for you, and then a one-shot for this. This is why I like Carve Reality, because it just cuts right through the nonsense and just does the shit. Oh, that's a different card. That's a different version of Carve Reality. Deceive Reality. I do like my blocks. I do like my blocks. Alright. Before we get to the boss, which thankfully this Ascension run stuff doesn't affect bosses, I'm going to see what these do upgraded. Does 10 damage, it doesn't upgrade Smith, or yeah, Smite, which kind of sucks, but 10 damage is still really solid. 20 damage potentially. And then this doesn't get any buff from any of my cards, but potentially gives me 7 block instead. Okay. So that's not a bad option. I think I'm going to upgrade... I should upgrade Crescendo because that makes it cost 0 and that guarantees this does double damage. Yeah. And then we got the Guardian, which is going to be an interesting fight to say the least. Okay, so I'm definitely doing that. You're going to do nothing this turn. I think I'm just going to go all in for damage. That's all the damage I can do. I'm going to retain this. I'm not going to waste this because I have no reason to. So I'll hold on to the Miracle and Crescendo. Alright, 64 damage. That's not great with my current situation. I don't have a way to get out of this either this turn, which really sucks. However, if I do... I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm safe. Because if... yeah, I just deal 2 damage, a little bit of damage to him. He's gonna go into defense mode, and I'm safe. I'm just gonna use this because it's my first time having it. Even though... Oh, I get to retain that. Jeez. Alright, Metal Fortitude, you are going on me, baby. I'm gonna do this. I meant to use Metal Fortitude first, but doesn't matter. The order of components does not matter in the least. I don't really need to use that. Yeah, I'll just end my turn. Alright, this is where I might actually switch back. I do have this if I need to. This just saves my life a bit, yeah. Alright, so now I only take the 16 damage? Yeah. Okay. So, why do I have no potions? I have not gotten a single potion. Pishin. Oh my god. Oh, that's a freebie, so I'm taking that for sure. If I do this followed by Crescendo, I get my 2 energy back, so that's basically just going to neutralize. And this guarantees I basically deal enough damage to get him out of attack mode, because I have enough to deal this much damage. Yeah. Alright, safety. First time I'm using you. I'm going for damage. I have plenty of HP to tank this. I'm not hurting too much on that. Okay. That being said, now I might have to rethink my strategy there a little bit. So I am going to exit the stance. Going for a little bit of damage and then just do a little bit of block so I don't take too much. That was a better move. Yeah. Do that to retain safety. How are you alive? Okay, well, one more hit's gonna do enough. And then next turn I kill him. Yeah, a little bit slow, but it happens. 20 minutes isn't that bad. Ooh, Ragnarok. Conjure Blade is another good one, except what the hell does Expunger mean? Oh. Why didn't they... I don't know what they were thinking for the card game, but they wouldn't actually get these side cards in the card game. The cards work a bit differently. So stuff like Expunger, I feel like they could have included that, but I guess they just didn't want to really have a whole different deck full of tons of random junk to less confuse people. Oh, excuse me. I think I'm gonna go with Ragnarok though. That's my favorite. I need to upgrade cards. I don't have potions. Oh, really? Wow. I'm gonna go with Sacred Bark then, because this is just... This could actually be pretty good with potions. I want to upgrade stuff, and I don't care for the crown. Additional energy is great, but not worth it. Those two aren't worth it. They're very rarely worth, in my opinion. So far this run is, it's not that bad. It's later. It's gonna be later when this gets pretty freaking challenging. So I don't expect much happening soon. This episode, especially with my save scum stuff. But yeah, okay. So I do want at least one merchant. They're all kind of scattered again, which kind of sucks. But I'm not too beefed about that. I don't know what I meant by beefed, but I think the best route for me is going to be this far left route, because that gives me a merchant late, which is pretty good, and it also gives me a lot of fires. I do have to fight a lot of enemies, but you know what? I don't mind. Alright, which one of you guys are going to die first? I shouldn't really say that, because I know for a fact I'm going to be the one that gets my ass kicked. So I don't take too much damage this round, which is great. In that case, I'm definitely going to just hit this guy with a ton of damage to start off. And I think I'm going to use my Miracle to do this. That way I take 0 damage, and I have Calm, which is going to be great for the next round, depending on what I draw. Not really that great in terms of offense, so I'm not going to waste my time using Crescendo quite yet. So, okay, so I take a little bit of damage. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. It's game over. Crescendo. Ragnarok. Fudge. Okay, well, that guy's gonna just shield up. This guy dies from this, so I'm gonna use this, and then... That's it. What was I saying last turn? Oh yeah, you guys are now dead. Hey, Ragnarok still did great, so... Ooh. Bottled Miracle. Oh, that's good. I don't want any of these. This card, I rarely used it. I don't want to add it to my deck and just water down my deck with a bunch of nonsense like that. I only have so much HP. This isn't a bad option. I'm going to do this just so I have a little bit more gold. And then I'm going to do nothing else. I'm just going to walk away. And just a heads up, this is doubled from Sacred Bark, so this would normally be 2 miracles, and this would be 2 energy. So I have extra 8. If I get an X card, which I'm gonna look for, I don't know if there is in this game, in this character. Oh, you know what? Sacred Blade. Okay, so if I get an X card that does a lot of damage, that might be a good card to go for this strategy, because that's an additional 8 energy. And I think there's a card that doubles that energy gain, so it would be effectively way more. Okay. So I'm definitely not going into Wrath mode here, because that would be very stupid. Although, well, you know, I do get 6 block. No, if I just do empty body here, I gain enough block to not take any damage, and then I'll just do this for chip. Yeah, that's all I can do. I just need to get bronze spikes, and then these enemies would just be paper shredded. Maybe I should have looked before I attacked to make sure what enemy was doing what to me, just to be safe, but I picked correctly anyway, so not a big deal. Ragnarok is good. It would be better if I used Crescendo, but everyone is going to only take half damage since they're awake. And then I don't have a way to get out of... Well, I do have a lot of bulk, so this is going to probably be the best option to go for. Yeah, so I don't take any damage. Okay, so this was the best option. I'll just whack this guy out of the sky, and then I'll do 1 defend to be safe. Interesting. Oh, that's what I was just talking about. But oh, damn, that actually would work even better than I was talking about saying, because that's a lot of energy. That's a lot of energy. That's more energy than I need. I don't think I need it though. I'm gonna go for it. That's just gonna be nice once in a while. If it's a dead card, then I done goofed, but I'm going for it. Ah, beans. Of your next turn. Okay. So this turn I'm gonna have to... I only get Crescendo? Oh my god. I do start with some bulk, so this might be the best play I can do. And then next turn, depending on what I get. I'm not gonna go to Crescendo, because if I do, that's gonna be... Oh, it's only 1 in the next turn. Gotcha. Okay. Still pretty good. Maybe I should have done that a little bit out of order, but I do get one more of those next turn anyway. And I have Tranquility for next turn, so that's not going to do that much damage to me. I want to reset this fight. This whole fight was just not good. It was... This is like the worst enemy for this character. I'll still use that because that's pretty solid. What time is it? Okay. Yeah, that's a lot more block I could get over, so what I want to do is this. I think that was the best play, yeah. That fight sucked. Interesting. I'll give that a shot. Oh man. Okay. Ah! Damn it. Okay. I forgot about that gimmick. Okay, so that doesn't... That does affect that gimmick. I'm still gonna do the same first turn. I didn't know. You know? I almost did it again. I have no choice. Okay, well, I know which... I know what I'm doing. I'm getting out of the hell out of that status condition. That stat. Okay. Wow. I retain that. I'm gonna hold on to it. I'm gonna do this now. What is this game? Like, why the hell am I just not getting anything I could really do? I'm gonna have to focus on the guy in the back. He's the one doing the most damage. Shit. I have to. It's fine. Yeah, that took me so much. I will take that potion, though. That potion is fantastic. Oh my god. So there's no point to enter Wrath. If this is just gonna do 18, I'm not saying 30 because of it. Easy. Nice. Full HP, I get a treasure next, which could be something decent. Please upgrade something I like. Defend an empty body, I'll take that. And then I could upgrade something else. You know which one I'm upgrading. It's no freaking surprise here. And I'm not fighting that elite enemy, screw that. I got screwed by that one enemy pretty good, so it's just I'm done taking chances with that. Well, I kind of set myself up on that one. I do survive, and I'm pretty sure we got a heal coming up, so I'm not too pissed off at that. It just... oh. Okay, so I am definitely going to have to exit this mode. GG. What's coming up? Two bunch of question marks and a merchant. Okay. Yeah, I'll take that. Oh, make that a bunch of merchants and a question mark. Jeez. Okay. Well, I don't really want to spend my money on half of this stuff. I don't like this card. I used it on a previous run, and it just did not do it for me. This would be kind of useful now, Brilliance, but I just don't want to rely on that strat. So I think I'm just going to skip. Right before a merchant? Beautiful. Okay, well, I'm sorry. I gotta go for this. And I think I'm gonna go for Fairy in the Bottle too, just so we have a bit of a backup, just in case. Reach... What is it called? Reach Heaven? Interesting. I don't know if I want to go for that, though. That's kind of like a luck card, and although with Crescendo, that could do 40 damage. Actually, 60 damage. Yeah, you know what? I should remove a card. I really should remove a card. Did I remove a card the last merchant? I didn't. Oh, crap. I bumbled the ball on that one. Okay. I should have removed a card. Alright. Reach Heaven, yeah, okay. So, I'm going to remove... I'm probably just going to stick with removing Defends. Probably Strikes, actually. Strikes are kind of useless now. We have plenty of damage. They helped out a bit, but not much. I'm going to rest. Alright, this fight's going to be kind of fun with this build. Okay, so he's doing nothing to start. I don't have any way to enter Wrath in this, but I did get that to start, so I'll enter Calm. I think I'm going to just set this up, hold on to Through Violence. Oh, it's go to my control. Okay, yeah, that's a good setup then, because that way I could draw into it and then potentially use it. Okay, I like that. Yeah, that's all I'll do. You know what? Yeah, that could work. Do that. Get my 2 energy back, and then I can do this for, nothing. I want to hold on to that card. Yeah. I'm still doing the same strategy I did to start. So that is followed by Enter Calm, just do 6 chip damage in turn. That followed by this for a bunch of block. In my turn. Did not get much in the way of what I wanted, but I did get this, which could be modified by this. So I'm definitely going to use that to make Collect Plus even better. And I take no damage this turn, which is beautiful. So I'm just going to do this for the next 5 turns. I get double my energy. And we're pretty close to Divinity, which is nice. grab that for that extra block, and I don't need to do anything else. You're going to do nothing this turn. Well, I'm already in wrath mode, my friend. But I could do this to put myself in calm. Oh, there's no real point. I don't really have anything major in my hand. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to enter calm. And I'll hold on to this miracle so I don't waste it, because I'm not really going to do much in my turn. I have a lot to do. Ragnarok, baby. And I got this, which is nice. So here's the thing. I could use Liquid Memories to get me back. I could use Liquid Memories to get me back that one card in order to go into Divinity, which is ×3 damage for the turn. But I'm going to hold off on that because I don't have that one card that I like that does the 40 or the 20 damage. I'm going to hold off. I'm not going to do that yet. I will use this though, so I could do stuff. Yeah, he's gonna hit me for a ton, but totally worth it. Oh, look at that. Didn't have to do it. And then I have... Oh, it's in my discard pile now. Shit. It's in my draw, I mean. Oh, he's doing nothing this turn, actually. Should I do it? That'll be 60 damage from that. I don't really have any other way to deal major damage. That's the thing. I kind of want to hold on to it for that reason. Not draw it. Fuck. I was hoping to draw it. So that's 24 damage. So basically he's going to do 48 damage to me after I exit this stance. Because it's, yeah, double damage. Okay. Oh, wow. Did not realize how much time we're getting to. Okay, well, what I'm going to do, since we're almost at the time, I'm going to see if this is the final time. I can't believe this is an hour-long video. I'm sorry, guys. I need 2 more to be safe. I'm going to do... Oh, I get to choose two. Oh, double effect, yeah. In that case, probably this. Now I'm in Divinity, so that means all the stuff I do is effectively double damage, or triple damage, excuse me. That's it. Act 2 is done. Judgment is probably the best card to go for. That's going to help kill a lot of things fast. And then I'm going for the Collar. Just additional energy during boss and elites. That's fantastic. Well, guys, we have Act 3 up ahead. I'm going to be ending this video off here because we are almost at the limit for my PlayStation 5's recording feature. So, sorry for the length of the video. I promise you, things will be much quicker. In fact, after this, I think I'm just going to do all the Ascension stuff past Act 3. I said this a long time ago, but I mean it this time. That way, everything's not going to take a million years. I'll see you guys in the next video, by the way.